RieNs, the man who's put ridiculous numbers up in his first match, now trying to do an extra bit more. Let's not pretend like MiniBoo hasn't been a force to be reckoned with either. And it's their opponent's map choice. If they're able to pug their way through this one, it would be impressive.
Oh yeah, look, it's a statement coming in with this composition alone. Let's see what they can do with it. MiniBoo not causing any trouble in the pistol. Normal RieNs, they're all dropping, leaving Woot down below on the site and a teammate far, far away. Benji's on his way. Woot has to hold strong and he's stunned up underneath. Quick swing, there's one already. That's all he's getting. Good luck to Benji in this clutch. 50 HP and a 1v4 walled off. He's on the long sprint around the side. Already destroying the turret, taking some info out of their hands. But there's not much else they can do here on the defense without taking risks. It looks like they'll be set into an A retake.
This is based around the ult. Like, well, when you've got yourself an ultimate online that's definitely going to help you out in retake scenarios, that's the better gamble. You can put extra personnel on the other side and actually a little bit unaware of some of the angles they could have lost to. Man advantage actually held with tomaszy being able to find another one. Woot, though, is not stopping. Cloud mentioned this. They're just going to push. They don't even care about plants, and, well, it may be their demise.
Yeah, this is a problem now. Boo's got no teammates to help. Benji's miles away, making his way through mid, so that's an isolated kill. But at least Benji picks up one on the back end of it. Problem is, there's so many more to take down with the defuse already underway. Contact early round, we can see on the map. The A side is where the contestant's coming through, and, well, it looks like Shin is lucky to escape with his life. Tagged down to 26 HP, and the wall's going to be used already.
Down in. The wall will definitely cause an issue or two. So he won't be able to claim a lot of the ground. You can see Narrate attempting to try and play in front of it, but eventually has to back out, going to try and play on the edge and spot anybody, but the utility is there. Again, take flight. Going to have to be fairly aggressive in their post-spawn. Not a lot of utility for Heretics to play with here.
Big problem is this man here, Magnum, on his way up behind. It's being watched, though. Benji was aware of that play, and with the Viper's pit blocking out a lot of space for KC, they're forced into a heaven retake. It's going to be a big drop from this squad, running them right into MiniBoo, who's up on top for one and a little bit of damage. A lot of these players tanked up, and Boo's taking advantage of it with marteen down and the time ticking ever quicker. They might just decide to bail on this one, save those weapons through to the next round. It looks like the call is made. Last, we're going to see Heretics with one, but Woot isn't done yet. He's going swinging, and there's a punish on the other side.
Yeah, it's something in an attempt.
Becomes a little bit stronger. They can play lighter on B already. Some nanos being used to slow down the push, although I'm not sure it's really succeeding in that aspect. Heretics have pumped the brakes to look for duels. The rotates are on their way, and it looks like they've made the right decision. I don't see a way back here for Heretics unless it's taken quickly.
Yeah, the problem with B takes is you're going to have trouble getting those after plants in. Now, they're lucky in the sense there isn't really body towards Snowman, so they can sort of bait these plants, but there's a lot of counter utility. Magnum, though, has however gone down. These fights for now going in the favor of this attacker side. tomaszy tries his best. Shin now the last man standing, but he has a res.
He does, but I think benjyfishy's position's enough to end this round. He goes for the res, that flank coming through might just end it there and then.
Oh.
The wall not even attempted just yet, and it's all a patience game. Benji's not in a hurry to close this one out. Wall up, tap on, it's not stuck. There's the swing up on the back of the drone being heard from so far away. Now they have nothing to fight back through. They have to take it the other direction on the side of Heretics. That means straight into the A site, where Shin was waiting, where nanos are online and now activated, slowing it further. 30 seconds as the mosh pit comes through. That time running down, they're going to go straight into Shin in just a moment. Although Magnum's fallen, so is Narrate. The numbers thinning out on the site, but Shin standing strong. He's holding the control till Boo drop shots him. That's one way to do it. 14 seconds, and they've got time to plant, and no denial possible from tomaszy. That ult no longer online as it falls over towards B. He has to do this with the Phantom he bought up earlier. Thought he'd have an advantage in these fights. Instead, has to try to win. Back on a pick in a position where they can't hold the body. Not as valuable with Shin having a res to work with, but this squad has been pretty deathball-y. Just the lurks out of benjyfishy that have been thrown out most rounds. And you'll see Heretics looking a bit more pointed towards the site. The B site, their target this time. Plenty of utility locking them out, but they're waiting for their toxins to come back up to put that wall in play. Where's MiniBoo going when that happens, though?
This is the problem. They are so ready for a player in towards Snowman, because it is one of the major danger points. If you have snake bites coming in, you can't plant. MiniBoo has just been tapped out of there, and again, this is what I wanted to see. Just attempts a plant denial. Just don't even need to necessarily fight them, but they are winning every single one of them at that. N4RRATE with another. They're trying their best to defend Boo, and he will get out of there with a plant. But losing 2 men in the process, not ideal.
Well, it's both your duelists, right? We talk about the ideas behind this, playing that bit more aggressive. You're not going to have your post-plant utility from Benji because he's miles away, and now they've spotted him too. MAGNUM picking up his first 2. And it looks like that might be where it ends. He's very low, being tagged up, defuse underway, and undeniable at this point. No more room for error in that case. But yeah, there was a stumble from MiniBoo. Will that happen again? Oh, nice shot, but Shin surviving. 26 HP, heal up close, but he won't get out. Woot's there a little too quick.
With Thrash as well. That is going to be thrown out, so they can clear a lot of this initial position. And tomaszy has gone so far forward. He's going to have to hit some pretty nice shots to get more than one. The first one is almost guaranteed to be for free, but I think he now knows they have cleared the rest of the information. They're going to be running in his direction. Oh, it's a whiff. Oh, he played the round so well, but then hasn't managed to connect the shots.
The worst part is, Tom, if he stayed took there, I think all 3 walk past him. Who's going to clear it? Who? Who is looking there? I understand why he swings.
Oh yeah, it's the element of surprise. Yeah. It's not the aim is normally crispy.
Decent on some players for KC, but that op shot not landing. Even though they could afford it here, Benji just about dodging that peak. He won't get it the second time, but wow, he just runs straight into the danger.
By KC, but he just changed one line. Even still though, the res is available, so it is going to end up with a slight advantage, the aggression, just to try and force tomaszy out of that position. You can't allow him to deny the plant, and he won't.
Spike planted.
They're splitting into a 2-2, waiting for the further aggression towards the spawn, but Heretics have pulled back a little bit, playing below the bridge. Woot has a position here to catch at least one. And a beautiful transfer. MiniBoo picking up another. And RieNs even doing his bit. Marteen now, that op that rung out earlier, the last man standing. And he might not even have a way out of here. He thinks he can run to the spawn, but he's dead. That's all he needed. Yeah, it was an info play. He's a drone. That's it. Easy peasy. Wall up. They can't pursue. Those reveals are, well, they're fruitless. But Woot has managed to get himself a spot up top. And they could cross with the spike, but instead, Benji's on his way backwards. Woot's fallen off.
I don't think that was the plan.
And now Benji's on his way. Okay, well, Turret is protecting the back, so there's no need to worry about that. I'm not sure if that was caught between a rotate and further aggression, but KC...
Run out.
Oh, no. KC are still in position with 4 players ready to fight and a lockdown to work with. The idea from Heretics is not to slow down. It's not to go back. In fact, it's to send Woot running through. He's going to charge into them. 2 kills, but no denial. That lockdown is still coming through, and they can't get out. Not quite in time. A player detained and one quite far away. This could be a little bit
We've got
awkward. There you go. Easy. I thought Benji was going to get back online, but now Boo has his back against the wall. The defuse behind that wall that could be dropped by the kill. And now N4RRATE has to pull off it. The classic in. Actually make their way behind A. It means the info won't come in until much later. But by the looks of things, that flank won't come in for a while anyways. Woot is slowly making his way up behind, and that plant is on its way to the site.
Here are the firefights. Marteen, N4RRATE, tomaszy already landing. So much damage, and well, I believe that the steps may have even been heard of Woot rotating back around. You can see the post plants attempted to be set up, although there's no utility to play alongside them anymore. They're just going to be sitting back and using their advantages. At least there might be a little bit that they could try and do with this Viper utility, but ultimately just no expectation of anything here on Woot. Let him go on the map. That's the only reason I can tell.
The ping gave it away. What can we say? Well, the Lear's give it.
They have the Viper screen on A that he uses. The orb will be on B. He's meant to use utility to sort of slow them down on the B side. He goes down early. I almost feel like the round's over. Like, this is such a difficult retake to try and get back in without any Viper utility.
Maybe if Benji picks up this one on the back end, never mind, he's been spotted. Element of surprise most certainly gone now, and there's even a double fight coming this way. Nice spray, and RieNs has got another. Looks like they're not down and out just yet. Heretics still in dueling form with Benji's third, I'd say.
I'm going to say the word I would use. I don't know how, like, this is the thing. I don't know how Benji, this is the battle. That completely changes the round because it ruins the post-plant position of every other
round in between them, and Team Heretics on this defense really starting to heat up now. Looks like already we're catching 1 kill as MAGNUM's fallen, but they haven't spotted out MiniBoo. This is the position we were talking about earlier, expecting someone like Woot to maybe pop off in the form of
because he gets so many kills.
Right there.
The rotation has made its way over to the B site for the defense. Now they've got a little bit
30 seconds left
to deny this, but it's only really shock darts. It's going to have to be these elevated positions, the deep wall, a little bit unorthodox, and Boo tries to play around it. Instead, though, little bro will be sent into plant, and I don't think there's any way they can stop this. A post plant that's going to be tough again, but I don't want to speak too soon.
Oh, the follow-up is huge. Marteen realizes they're going to shoot at that ult and maybe even be detained by it, so swings in for one free kill. Heretics 2v4 and a near impossible clutch ahead of them. Nice try to start it. Well, we're kicking back off with round 18 and a quick attempt at making it towards the B site. Looks like the call was spot on, Tom. We got to get you in the coach's booth. But the result is not quite there for KC. They've lost themselves 2 players. Well, we expected Heretics to get aggressive. Instead, it was KC doing it, and, well, the further aggression doesn't work out great either. The trades coming through leave numbers in favor of this Team Heretics side, and the plant will not be found with Magnum falling. Looks like Shin needs a duel. If you're surprised by this, it must be the first time you've tuned in today. They are ready for it, but not ready on the fight.
Do give a little bit more faith over to the operator, especially with the angle being
left.
held, but his position has been given. Clearing him's not going to be easy, but there's a lot of utility to do it. MiniBoo does well. Finding that opener now, has a blade storm of his own. Try and play around with N4RRATE, though, is already going to be able to trade out one. Turning things back into a 3v3. Timing is going to be absolutely everything. The other player was planting, and MiniBoo just causing havoc, but he runs out of knives. Even still, they're going to turn this back into a 1v2, but it's Woo. We've already seen so many times what this guy could do. Operator picked up for Marteen, holding the eye. They're actually going to throw in the Viper's Pit, and he's just like, nah, you know what? I'm going to place it further forward. Screw you. No one saw me fail the jump. Let's just ignore that. And now it's an even better lockdown.
He had dropped down. I wonder if he was even trying to bait the ult out on the other side in the very beginning. Viper's Pit canceled out. Lockdown in play for the defenders is going to go all the way. They've got to back out. Got to respect it on the side of KC. With the spike down, well, there's no choice but to go barreling forward. Good detain. Woot caught. Almost the spray transfer on RieNs as well, who just about survives, escapes up top. N4RRATE hunts him down, and Magnum is looking for a little bit more. Looks like this swing could be good. With Boo on a sliver of health, the headshot was enough. 12 seconds left. That spike needs to be planted. MiniBoo tries to deny, can't find the angle. Sees an op now as well. Swapping it over as the res comes in. 6 bullets left, and the shot's not landing to start this off. He needs a shot to each player's head. The reload's the wise decision. The turret, the 4th man for KC, finally taken down. But MiniBoo getting value out of this is going to be tough. Taps the defuse to hero once again. Oh, watch out. Woot's got Empress. RieNs has got an aggressive position. I don't know if he thinks he's got a dash or a dismiss on this. So aggressive, Magnum. Not wanting to give the pick away. He's playing the wise game. Look how patient they are.
Peek me.
He's just waiting for the aggression. Eventually, you think these players have rotated back. With benjyfishy watching it, that might not be the case. But KC want a player to go pushing forward. On the heaven contact, Magnum would swing. Eventually, they get curious. They see RieNs. They don't let him back out. But he's done damage. Quite a lot of it, in fact. Even though tomaszy trades it out, this is now, once again, a winnable round. The wingman up close, he's not going to clear all too much. Might be picked back up, and we'll see a slight delay with tomaszy down, that's for sure.
Started to come back into form. A quieter first half. A wrap back around, he's going to put them in a prime position. And now it's left all on to Magnum to try and find Boo
in defending that B site. The Boo brothers on B. The flank from Woot will be late, but the spams through the smoke, finding a little bit of damage, a lot of damage, in fact. Marteen is down. tomashy's on 20 HP, make that 0. N4RRATE follows suit, and it's all down to that. A welcome alternative look. Oh, the shot's not going to land, though. And he's 5 HP, trapped, up aggressive. Woot dancing around, the Lear comes through. The ult, the Hunter's Fury, might actually land a couple of tags. Could make it easier. They're not even looking at Woot. Able to find himself one and put this into a 1 versus 2. The lockdown forcing RieNs back, buying some space for Magnum, but he's not getting the spike. He's not going back. Instead, pushing forward the drone hard, and he'll follow up perfectly, but he has no idea on the last player. Boo could be anywhere, and the time Way to deny this.
Planted.
But Boo will deny him any further aggression. He has him in a box. From Boo's perspective, Magnum is back yellow or towards main, and that turret might give it away. He didn't have time to place it on the way there. Boo's trained in on the right angle. He's got the idea. The poison orb gives him the space.
35 seconds. Heretics are going to make their move.
I wonder if when they fake those steps back, if Magnum couldn't even hear them. It's worked out well for KC either way, with the players here ready to fight. Woot tried this before. There was no success, but the barrel is spotted. Magnum's in a lot of danger, but the swing from N4RRATE. Pixel perfect timing. Magnum survives late into the round, 15 HP now, but N4RRATE is by his side, ready to take these fights, and MiniBoo suffered a lot of damage, 28 health, backing out of there. Actually, no. Not backing out, staying close. Now down to 1. I mean, it's a negligible difference because he was 28 a second ago. And the value found, the element of surprise. Who expects a player to stay inside that orb up close? Heretics are playing a crazy game, but one that has results. Shin, the last man standing, put 2 on the board, 3, and he's out of ammo. Tries.
The angle is perfect. Not going to be connected, but there's a second layer to it. Woot just causing disruption once again, and he's not stopping. A second kill already in this round, maybe the beginning of the end. He's not looking to give this up just yet. Able to fall back with Shin and N4RRATE. 2 heavy hitters already gone. They need to fight from a huge deficit.
Those are big kills to take. Getting control over this site will be tough, but the wall is still there to play with. Toxins run out, Magnum grabs 1, but the kills come back. It's Woot again! 4 kills, but the ace is denied. tomaszy with a near impossible clutch. He's already found the first of his 1v4. With the screen down, the fight on Boo is pivotal. He's taking some hits, but he's still kicking. Still here to fight, waiting for the toxins to go up. But he can't go forward and retrieve that spike. He's trying to make them misstep, but Heretics know 40 seconds, 3 players. They've got everything they need to run this clock down. Nobody needs to overpeak and make a mistake and give an opportunity to a player like tomaszy, not one to squander. When he gets this shot, 25 on the clock. Spike retrieved. And this is terrible. The plan secured, the Viper's pit online, and the flank from Benji. Maybe some semblance of hope that he will not be aware of it. Benji with another flank. It's going to be a task, dealing with Boo right off rip. And he is out of here, not looking to over-engage as a solo C player. And the paranoia pushes him back towards the B site. So, it looks like a retake after a misread from Heretics. The plan will come through, and the lurk is perfect from Magnum.
That's nice. They tap the door so that he turns around, and then the second you see him try and retreat because he's in such an open position, they have somebody behind. Good start to this one for KC. As now, a 5v4 retake is going to have to ensue. Definitely not the easiest, especially with a lot of that utility being dodged by marteen. It's a really awkward fight. And the trade is eventually there. In fact, a lot of them are for the side of KC.
Big play needed to get back in. MiniBoo does well with 1, but that's all there is to be. Stuns from MiniBoo off rip. Here's the push on the fast lane, and he's already in past them. They might not expect him to be here this quickly. The stun should give it away. The blast pack to get out of there has worked perfectly. It put MiniBoo off his stance. He had no accuracy. He couldn't fight back, and well, that is a convincing brawl for KC with a 4 versus 2, with upgraded weapons, with sight control, and a plant that's near undeniable. benjyfishy and Woot both have had spectacular rounds. They've been lights out. A big clutch ahead of them. Wanting to get this round on the board. They still go for it. Commit their rifles, commit their lives, and Benji already pays that price. Woot, the last man standing. Surprised to see him still stepping forward. Massive brawl on the back of the dash up from MiniBoo, and he's emerging from the smoke, but this time they're more than ready on the side of KC.
Yeah, they have been. Even from the early rounds, I think they knew that there was an expectation of this man going aggressive. Trips for behind them as well in case anybody was to push up. They just want that extra information that the turret hasn't really been given as of recent. I think that's been one of the major problems, is not having that range or the field of range of the turret. Has forced some people into a switch when you know your opponent's going to be aggressive. Even still though, they've lost. N4RRATE almost loses life by tapping that button. Even still though, look at where the attackers have managed to get to. The rest aren't going to be able to cross though. Maybe needing to be a little bit more patient. They got past, but without that screen, they've fallen to the Odin.
Well, in the hands of Woot, it seems to be a pretty scary weapon, but he's very low, down to 13 HP, and his help is going to be needed. Spike dropped, but it could be retrievable, if not for Boo. Watching, holding, and dropping Magnum. Marteen, the last man standing, looking to cross again. One shot to Woot, and he is down. A lot of this round falls into...
From the side of the attack, like, KC managed to sneak their way. Maybe thought they had the jump on them. Wow. They do have the jump on that, man. I'm going to say stop doing that.
Oh, the shorty. Oh, the flash, but never mind. Shin's there. Plans within plans. KC left with a huge advantage to play with. And, well, between Magnum and Woot, I'm in for a good game here, Tom. It is some good spam play. This time straight through smokes, not even the walls. They take that, and that's a big problem for MiniBoo, because a lot of these rounds have relied on him getting aggressive on A early, and now there's an adjustment there from the attack. The result is clear. 5v3 and C site wide open. Once these nanos fade, there'll be nothing to stop this attacking side from walking in and getting the plant.
MiniBoo is definitely taking the, if at first you don't succeed, try and try again, because it has not been successful whatsoever thus far. Although he's definitely limited to what he can do with this Neon. For the rest of the team, Benji had a great first map, but right now is on the goose egg, yet to get a single kill on that board. But it's been a quiet start from them overall.
They have decided to save. Rotating to the C site, and there's the Prowler in action. Boo tried to hide in the corner, but gets caught. He's trying to teleport back. It's a huge play! You'll never expect this kind of lunacy, but Magnum doubles up nonetheless. The advantage sits with KC when MiniBoo falls, and the C site is under threat with the Viper's Pit in play, and RieNs spotted crossing. He has to give it up. Can't commit his life inside of it. No element of surprise to play with, and the ult coming in is going to reveal him even further. This is a tough position to play from now, as getting through that pit, Tom, should be a near impossible task. Both players trapped behind it.
Not a fan of the Odin pushing into the pit play.
I like an Odin in a pit, but more so from the other side. The ult committed here for RieNs, the flash going through, and the snake bite actually trades. That's a little bit of a disaster, and this is where things really start to fall apart with a cam. RieNs was not ready for. He's being revealed, and he's got to bail. The time now running surely too low. He's gone back.
It really is ticking quite fast at this stage, and financially they are in the bin. It would have to be a pretty big blunder from this one.
In the way that they've planned, in the ways that have worked for them again and again. Flash up, and that's the showstopper. Landing on the Boo, landing on the RieNs. But even despite that, with 6 HP, he's able to fire back, take down Marteen, trade out Boo, and leave Heretics with still somewhat of a chance.
Yeah, even still, though, it's the bait. And Magnum's actually the one to land the shot. Woot, though, has done well. Again, he's been one of the glimmers of hope in the one round they won. It was down to him, and this Odin narrate is trying to be cheeky. He's run straight through the util. Almost manages both, but not quite the shot onto Woot. And now it's left, all onto Shin, but the swing. He's definitely a little bit wary. He might just be surrounded, paranoia thrown through, but not connecting anything. And, well, it's almost the shorty to do the work. Immediately overdrive put into play, but Marteen lands the shot and a second as well. The remaining 2 players just too far away. And with their finances almost at absolute zero, I think they're just going to have to save this one. You'd think, but then again, we saw RieNs go for a round which I thought they had no hope in a moment ago, so maybe they're going to try it again.
A part of me almost thinks Banshee's going to ult based on the rounds we've seen before, but 2v4, it's not the time for it, and there isn't time for it. That clock ticking away as the spike gets ever closer. The trap will be destroyed up close, but so will benjyfishy. Well, Heretics ready to go to grab that information. I like this. Look at the amount he'll be able to glean from this. 4 players spotted for sure. They have the info. There's no need to commit. And it's time to make a move. What? He committed it! I thought for sure he'd cancel, but they can't hear. He knew the sound cues were lost on them. And Shin rolling over the site. 3 kills with benjyfishy. In the same old story. No smoke separating them this time at least, but players all around, and now they've got the exact location. 3 rounds for Heretics would be.
You don't want to be in that position. You want your life in your own hands.
Yeah, you don't want to rely on Logan losing for you to get through. That's let me tell you, that's not a foolproof formula. Little plant coming in, MiniBoo up top, love the position. We see a lot of value from this spot as players often don't check it on the way through. And even now you're seeing no one's there from Marteen's perspective. Okay, you start looking elsewhere for fights. MiniBoo just has to choose his moment correctly to take that swing. It's benjyfishy to fall though. Heretics numbers thinning out, and KC, they've been so good in these fights, and their pistols as well, yet to lose one. But
the fade, and then a lot of delay in combination with the Viper. That is just a little bit of spam that's got rid of RieNs. He's got his ult online now, Mitch.
It's there to work with in the next round. Unfortunately, not going to help them out too much here. But Heretics not giving up on the round. 30 seconds. Sight set on B. Door broken. The push comes through. KC hear it. Steps are heard. The walk back coming through from Woot. He tries to take a little bit of extra space. Maybe a late lurk to come through or just to keep that side control. Heretics, though, right now they're watching every push through. At some point, they're going to have to make a move, try to isolate some of these players before they pincer correctly. Woot might get impatient. Why hasn't that player moved up on A? And eventually he will, catching Woot off guard. Boo now stuck up close. They know they're spamming. He's 8 HP, stuck in the corner and dropped. All down to Benji.
Who play their best Valorant? They're just so good at sort of taking their time, using their utility as well as humanly possible. You can even see players being blinded by the paranoia, so it's not the end of the world, but you kind of want to hope they take that round. And, well, it's not started too poorly. They're going to continue this fight for Mount, and eventually it goes the way of Heretics.
Yeah, Thrash did well to draw their eye. 4 versus 2. No. Okay, listen. On the way through, we saw KC consistently have Prowlers because of this MAGNUM being so close.
He's got to use Thrash though, right? Come on.
Thrash is online. It's not a Prowler, but it's close.
He's got a Thrash, he's
all
got
he has to do is
got Wingman,
check the left side on the way through the swing! It's perfect! Thank God Woot was ready for that. That could have been an absolute disaster. It still could be with MAGNUM here, but they seem to be aware of the possibility. The reality, though, could catch them off guard. Is MAGNUM far enough forward? They haven't seen him just yet. The swing is good. The kill is great. A second and a third to close it. Just one man between him and the info about to fall into his hands. He's seen Benji. He knows he's towards the back in the read position here from MAGNUM. Nice angle. Will Benji spot it? He's still down below, 30 seconds on the clock. He's not in a rush, moving to the boxes. The jump up here from Benji could win it.
30 seconds left.
Just needs to see the tip of the head, just that little shorter without the hat on it. And MAGNUM sneaks his way under the door open. In the way, no way they slow him down enough though. It will quickly be broken, the second one as well. 7 seconds and there you go, just about enough time. MAGNUM sprinting his way in fact trying to interrupt it, he has! He's pulled him off this plant! And the time has run out!
Unstoppable, and 1 round away from taking this to a third map. And who's going to stop them now? I don't know if Heretics have got anything left in the tank, although Boo is trying his damnedest.
I got the spot.
It's a good start. They still haven't dealt with tomaszy. Right now they know there's a second player here too. N4RRATE ready to peek on the back of the Prowler. Benji though, through the Prowler finds his kill. N4RRATE trapped in the open and dropped as well. Benji might not have gotten a chance to close out that last round, but he won't let go of this one. It's MAGNUM again. Somehow I feel that plant will be committed.
Yeah. He won a 1v3 just seconds ago. I wouldn't even mind seeing the lockdown committed here. But he's already quite far ahead of it. Timing going to be everything. Looking for a spot over the top. Hoping for an angle to find, but they're both sat together at the back of the site. Already the information is to be had. Going to try and go back and see if anybody is taking a peek, but they are not moving. They are not giving this man an
Heretics aren't picking up the pace. Instead, relying on Benji lurking out on C to potentially find space late into the round, Tom. We've seen this a couple of times. Break some util and play it slow. I'm not expecting them to go pushing forward. Where's Woot off to?
Got to be careful. That's a 1v1. That's a bit of an overcommitment with very little info. N4RRATE now into the corner as well, and they have no update on that cam just yet. That's coming soon. And look at that from Marteen! This is all falling apart. A blip that could just end it. The showstopper. He's even taken himself out. He knew it was too dangerous to be kept alive. And while Benji, he's just witnessed a loss to a 1v3, now to do one better. But look at these positions. Look at the aggressive spot. He's not going to expect it. And in the
cleared this entirely. They know now that it's a B hit, but delaying it, stopping it, dealing with it, a whole different story. Snakebite down. benjyfishy gets his reward of 1, but he's flanked out by tomaszy. Good damage, though, had already been done to Magnum. The snakebite slowed the rest of them, but they make it to the site, and KC will at least find a plant here. However, the HP pretty low on N4RRATE, and the flank from MiniBoo much earlier than I think they'll be expecting.
Where they're playing, though, that's the thing. I think it's only N4RRATE that's going to be within danger. The rest of the players have actually decided to try for the wraparound, maybe having the expectation already that the push is going to be in from behind. A deep position from Boo. And well, now that information is almost definitely going to be given away. The fight for Boo goes okay. Actually, MiniBoo has now already traded one out. It's left on to Shin, the man who can pull through the wins even when...
Oh, some decay.
Deploying drone.
Okay. Already, though. It's going to be those trades back. It's so messy, but there is MiniBoo. Able to do a little bit more damage. N4RRATE with the trade. Keep things in their favor for now. It looks like he's going to go back for a little bit more, but he may not have realized that Shin was up close. It leaves Boo alone for a bonus round. An extra kill here could be massive, and this guy is always good in these sort of scenarios. It's going to be an awkward fight, but he wins it anyway, and he wins it clean. That's not the gun he was looking for, that's for sure. And now Thrash even going to be committed. Oh, he's gone up above. This could be disgusting, but falls back. I wonder if we may even see the ultimate used in more of a retake here. As I don't know if they're going to be able to deny the aggressive take. And in fact, they are forced back.
Yeah, fake TP out of Boo, didn't quite sell it. Went for one at the start of the round, but they were ready. Diving on in now to eliminate Boo, by the looks of things, that's a wide swing. We didn't see it, but neither did Boo. That's the good thing about it. Nice flash, but ultimately only good for the trade. And in this situation, KC will take those trades all day long. N4RRATE gets ahead of it. Before marteen even takes a bullet, he's there to take the fight with him. The buddies in the corner find that one easy. KC are stacked up, ready to take the A site. And with the range in play and the main real danger being lamps, that cleared that out already, and now have left these players down to long-range angles. Decoy going through, not really helping them out. As KC just sit back.
Being methodical, being careful. On the other side, though, it's rash, it's aggressive! And benjy's landed a couple of kills, does damage onto that third player as well. Woot available for the trade. They've just punctured a hole directly in this attack, which is now just trying to defend, but MiniBoo arrives on the scene as well, leaving just tomaszy. One man to try and fight versus the might of this squad. He's given a fight or two. Still, though, this is not going to be easy.
Anything but, Tom. They've got everything working for them with that spike control. Snakebite now down. It's time to make a move. It's not even deep enough. If anything, he's just snake-bitten the bomb. That spike now irretrievable with the flank plays. What a competitor. Reaching the highest level in other esports. Delivering already an international event under his belt. But no doubt that's not the goal. Now looking towards this A site. Showstopper popped, and good night to MiniBoo. No way out for him. But there's still a lot of players here. The numbers might catch KC off guard.
This pit will at least make things a bit more awkward.
Revealing area.
It's whether or not they go back, but look at the position of Boo. He's so ready for this. He's waiting for this, and they fall for it. He's going to try and teleport out of there. He's not going to get it done, though. It took a little bit too long. And now things become problematic. He was well placed. Potentially do more damage in that round. Now it's down to benjy and RieNs to try and turn the tide.
And both players coming from the same spot. One that KC are aware of. They've spotted RieNs, and the spray certainly gives it away. And the players tucked up close, nothing for... But, what? I was going to say nothing for them to get out of the smoke with. They haven't got a pop flash, a reveal, anything to work with, no drone, and just a straight spam will get them the first, but a second player in this position now, not quite expected. RieNs has a chance, 50 HP!
I'll say everyone's on a 4-buy. Now, you might be questioning because benjy's got a pistol, but we saw the last round.
Nice stuff by Boo, but no way out. And Woot swung to trade with him to take the fight together. They both meet the same fate, and now the plant is on the way. advantage to play with for the attacking side, and it only gets worse with a Viper's pit in play. That's a nice connection. That's the Viper tag. That's a kill on the raid, and also tomaszy. Viper's pit is down. Great flash. Follow-up is not there. In fact, it's RieNs for another 3 kills already, and the bow comes out for the reveal. Marteen, though, he stays close to blast pack. Many years ahead of him, but maybe in the coaching seat, in the assistant coaching seat. I don't know, though. Himself and Zeiss surprised us last year. Let's see if Heretics can extend this lead as the site is under pressure. The pistol's getting ever closer, but an off angle for MiniBoo. That's turned the tide back in their favor. tomaszy doing his best to pull it back into KC's hands. And that's 3 kills already for this Viper main. Woot around the side. Okay, his position might not be expected this late. And if they thread the needle and make it away from both these players, Seekers are online to track him down. In fact, I expect them to be used pretty soon.
It's only whether or not Woot wants to keep the element of surprise. That's the main value of him not using that utility. But I like this. KC are just looking to completely reset the round. They got 45 seconds. They can now be completely elusive in where they're currently playing. Both players from the side of Heretics are sat just waiting, and the smoke's going to hold them for even longer. The expectation that the plant will come in on that side of the map, and in the meantime, they're walking. There go the Seekers finally looking for that reveal, and that will give them the information they've been waiting for.
I think it's a wise play to go back as well from KC. I wonder if it's a part of it's to do with Boo and Woot previously playing in that position over on B. They expected the flank, now both spotted though. No idea where that other player is. Shin on the off angle. That was 4 kills for tomaszy. The ace denied. But Shin, being unknown, might just swing this in his favor if he gets around the corner, and the ult can even check whether they're committing or not. No paranoia to work with. There it is, the commitment, and it wasn't being stuck, so the time not going to be too heavily pressured. Halfway stuck by Woot, but he comes off it, expecting the swing. There's the tap again. Shin wise to it. He just wants to run this clock down, and it looks like he'll get... I think you might be spot on. Oh, this could be very awkward indeed. So many players caught up close. Only barely making it away was benjyfishy now inside his orb. Able to find one, but he's dropped immediately. And the kills all going the way of KC. Boo, the last man standing.
The side of KC.
Take it. KC. Double split on A, much more pointed this time with the showstopper, and, well, you're not getting out of that one. The trade potentially with benjyfishy close. Not expected, but reaction is perfect. Blast pack, pinpoint accurate, and 20 HP on MiniBoo. The headshot not needed. In fact, a shot through the wall will take him down. Marteen even eliminates Boo with it. 4 kills for this man. And Woot, the last one standing. An ace potentially on the board with 20 HP. Most players would be that little bit more passive. They'd hide away, but not Marteen. On the cusp of an ace, he wants it! And the headshot is not found. Woot, 1 versus 3. 3 more kills for his 1v4. Time ticking away. Players obscured from his vision. And the contact swing on the back of the play. The punish can't really be there for KC this early on in the round. But Thrash is going to be committed. Straight through it goes, catching one. In fact, MiniBoo was already dead by the time it came in. Marteen's gone in with a shorty in hand. It's a brave play. One that doesn't work out, at least not to drop Benji. The off angle from MAGNUM. No, Benji's still going inside the pit. It's classic. 4 kills! I mean, they're all decayed down, and now an opportunity to find that ace. So many players have been on the cusp of it in this series. And he's got the read down to a T. It's timing based, though. MAGNUM sneaking away. 1 versus 2.
Now he's 1 away from getting the Seekers, so a single kill. Just be so deadly in these late round scenarios, waiting for it to be tapped, knows he eventually is going to have to try and swing this. Benji takes the aggressive fight, and now there is the Seekers available, but he's starting to get a knee!
By the way, won the pistol round to start out that first half. This has been an abysmal showing on Bind, but will their attack side be any better? Woot, well, certainly hope so. That's a 3rd kill with a wall bang here in the pistol, and he's looking for more with the swing out from tomaszy, punished by Boo. MAGNUM, you've clutched out a round seconds ago.
Shut up. Shut up. Don't even bother setting this one up. He's got 10 HP and the guy is
back towards A eventually.
Everything. Benji's given an opportunity, but isn't really going to find anything more. They still have the Seekers available now after claiming that orb on B long. This should give them the information. If too many players are spotted in this direction, they may just opt to take the TP instead. They're going to try and push off of it. tomaszy, though, even while tagged, is going to be able to get one. MiniBoo, however, so much info off the back of the done. It's not pretty, but he does eventually get the job done, and so does Benji. But look at the HP already.
Everyone's tagged up. Nade's gone over and in. It won't find much. Benji, just a sliver of health. MiniBoo can take 2 shots.
30 seconds left.
The plant now coming through. Paranoia for the left. Will they clear the right on the way in? It's MiniBoo. He's clean.
Much more with much less. MiniBoo's already making his way in. The Stinger, they love this gun. Magnum almost goes down. May want to chuckle it off. A nice shot from Whoop, but they're immediately going to go through the TP. And you can see Narrate, he was at a prime spot, now has to start sprinting his way back. But he has managed to find an angle, and especially with the orb down on the site, he might be able to get a little bit closer than they might like. It's a safe plant, though. Not going to allow for anything.
Look at Benji's spot. His timing is near perfect.
Narrate's
spot on the side. Look at this. As the wall goes down, Benji's going to clear that side, move up, and find a wide open kill onto Magnum. Not harder to hit him when he's looking away, apparently. Shin hasn't got all the pressure on. Tomashi's here with him, but doesn't have a rifle to work with. Depending on the way he looks here, could be in a lot of trouble. Whose position? Advanced, but Tomashi's peeking it. That was a headshot as well. The low HP barely even mattered. Still so much more to do. Tomaszy! They flash Whoop. MiniBoo can swing, or catch them on the wide swing more so. Seeker's active for KC. Not a lot of information. Good cancel by Benji on the spray up on mid. TP through. Decoy used. They're not looking at it. In fact, the flash reveals MiniBoo's real position. And Woot dropped after just the one. Boo trying to put up a fight, but he can't quite hold on. And KC keep the advantage for now with RieNs. Double swung on, and they almost have it. KC are not looking to give it up. The snake bite pushed them back for a moment.
That's an insanely risky play, but I think that was just off prior information.
Good adjustment. And for KC, they're still not going to have a ton to work with, but that extra rifle retrieved set them up to at least have some dueling power. The rotation underway from Marteen. He'll be here on the B side to back up Narrate, who's only got a pistol. Tomaszy was in the same boat. Shin popping the ultimate, clearing out a lot of control on A, and he's back and elbow, ready to fight. Every duel that they take has a rifle and a pistol to back it up, a player to retrieve it if they go down, and the thrash is the point of contact as they start. Oh, that caught MiniBoo!
And that was one of the ults they had online. Now things just seems to topple. Even still, though, RieNs with a kill. And that could be his ultimate online. That could buy them so much time. They are not in a good position here. Just having to try and spam, use whatever shot darts he can, try and deny as much time as possible, but they don't actually know where Boo is. I think that's the one problem. He's TP behind him! What is this play from Boo? He's managed to bring it down to the 1 versus 1. That time is ticking. RieNs has to peek this, and he's gonna close.
You're in your ult. You can't exactly ult your teammate.
Oh my God.
Needs that kill. Oh my God, the aggression is insane. And KC are not winning it. In fact, not a single duel until Magnum steps up, but Woot's got his triple. And the A site, MiniBoo's
I cleared it,
wasted his ult.
Yeah, I cleared the site.
Wide open, no one in spawn.
So
he's just immediately like, okay, next round we do this.
Yeah.
Everyone's like, dude, well done.
Ooh, okay, talk about TPs. This is one of them. Boo has just teleported directly behind that Viper's pit. And they now have to be wary of it. The rest of the team are building up to try and pressure through it. In fact, they've set a Hunter's Fury. This is a nice idea. The fact is, though, it's only going to be trades for now. MiniBoo has gone down. Boo is slowly being surrounded by the rest of the squad. And they can't even get through the TP because they have to go through the Viper's pit.
Oh, wow, Marteen in with the blast pack to take the kill. There was a trade if needed. The numbers thinned out. The Viper's pit's done its job. It sent them packing in the other direction. And 3 players at the TP. It's going to be a very quick retake over bath control. They'll fight out from there. And look at the composition that's making their way through. Narrate, Magnum, so much to work with. They'll take site control back, but they won't be able to play into this Viper's pit all too easily. A lot of control. And players able to play into the spawn itself, knowing that there's at least 3 towards that bath angle. They'll try to isolate any further rotations from the spawn, and, well, they're not coming through.
Yeah. This pit like majorly benefits them from the spawn side, but nobody coming from that direction. They're now going to have to try and pivot, push into the pit. Isn't going to find anything for the moment. Whoop kind of needs to get something done here. Needs to deny, and he has. In fact, the shot dart manages to find one. In fact, he gets a double. That's 3 kills overall for RieNs. I don't think I've seen anything more. Every risk that is taken. KC have got to feel a little bit hard done by. There's definitely been opportunities for them, but it's not done just yet. MiniBoo TPing him, but he's only going to get the 1. An immediate trade from the rate. The flash is good, but his teammates there to back him up. They're holding the line, at least for now. Boo, though, has managed to TP into heaven. He's fighting them from their own position. They're looking to try and close him out, but it seems like he's just going to retreat, look to fall back with the rest of the team, and now Narrate wants to try his best to capitalize. They could just fall back. The nade is solid. It's going to force them out of position, but they will be able to escape. And again, the classic from the side of Heretics, they're going to reset this back into a post plant.
I like the idea for RieNs, trying to catch them on the way through if they teleport behind, but KC are instead moving to the spawn. 3 players on their way. A lot of utility used already. No Dizzy for Narrate, but he's got the wingman to help them on the defuse. The problem is breaching through this smoke. The one-way put up by Boo's near impossible. They go to elbow instead, but benjyfishy standing strong. 2 kills. That put map pick Lotus. They got absolutely
one off a showstopper for Marteen could be a huge difference maker, but that's not the start they wanted. Now they've got the gamble correct, at least for now, but Marteen is quickly going to be on spot with that showstopper.
Yeah, the paranoia's gone through from Shin. This is the big break back. They don't know that these players are close. You don't want to waste the showstopper just yet, but steps are being heard. Players are getting close. And here's where any moment now you'll see it come through. What is that? RieNs was planting and got caught. Marteen sniped out of the sky. Shin can't stand any longer. It's only tomaszy. 1 versus 5. The only thing standing between Team Heretics and a 2-1 scoreline. And they've caught him. They know exactly where he's going. Sure, Benji falls, but so many players still to be taken on by tomaszy. He's had some incredible clutches, never quite the ace, and not this time either.